Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. We are back with the Lace and Wall lander and we are currently in an eccentric orbit around Kerbin with a collision course, and so we will now fly out to the Kerbin apoapsis. Over there we will perform a prograde burn in order to raise our periapsis so that we are not hitting Kerbin anymore, and then we will undock one of our two landers in order to land it on the surface of Kerbin. The other lander will perform a prograde burn and raise its periapsis to about 100 kilometers, perform a whole orbit around Kerbin, and then once it reaches the apoapsis once again, it will lower its periapsis again in order to have also a landing on the surface of Kerbin, and this will then wrap up our Jool Expedition. And well, this is pretty amazing. So now let me bring out the interface. Let me just set a maneuver node out there, and let us now fly out to the apoapsis. Unfortunately, we are currently in the... Okay, the sun has risen. Now we can see our spacecraft once again. This is pretty cool, and we have a beautiful view over to Kerbin. So now let me make sure that I'm not overshooting. Okay, the first part is done. Now let me at first turn prograde and perform a very small and gentle burn so that we do have a periapsis of maybe 26, let's say 26 kilometers. This is very good then. Okay, we are performing the burn and we are at 5 kilometers. Let me raise this to 26 kilometers. And 23, 24, 26. Okay, very good. Now, let me turn at first the spacecraft around because I want now to undock the upper spacecraft, the spacecraft of Optop Kerbin. Let me now turn to the retrograde vector. Very good. Okay, Optop Kerbin will be the first cosmonaut who returns back home. So let us enable RCS in order to drift a little bit away from Optop spacecraft. Handler is a little bit scared. And now let me turn the spacecraft around. Okay, very good. Now let me change a little bit this maneuver node. We need to perform a prograde burn. 185. This is a little bit too high. 156 is good, but also 132 and 125. 91, just a little bit more. 96. Okay, I go for 96. This is good. We have already achieved a safe distance to the other lander. This is very good. Now we can perform a short burn in order to raise the periapsis to about 100 kilometers. Okay, let's come to a stop. And what have we done? Our periapsis is at 98 kilometers. This is good enough. Now we can switch over to Optop Kerbin. Optop Kerbin is now on basically his... Oh, let me enable SAS. On his trajectory in order to have a landing. With 26 kilometers, he will be definitely landing at Kerbin. This is cool. So let us... Where is Kerbin? Kerbin is over there. This is a beautiful view. Let us now perform a next time warp in order to get closer to Kerbin and in order to get closer to our landing. This is pretty cool. Okay, we are getting closer. This is an interesting view. This is a nice view. This is cool. Okay, we are now... Oh, we are coming across these mountain ranges. Let me just rotate his spacecraft around because I think it could be quite interesting to have an interior view out of the window when we are flying across these mountains. This is always pretty spectacular. So let me now switch to the interior view. This is good. Okay, I hope, Optop, you are ready. So when we are flying across these mountains? Pretty soon. This is always pretty spectacular. I like flying and orbiting around Kerbin. This is always cool. Okay, now, and this is pretty fast when you're able to see how fast these mountains are passing by. And this is cool. This is really cool. On the other hand, it's also pretty dangerous when you think about landing on top of such a mountain. This would result in your spacecraft tumbling around. Oh, and we can see now our re-entry effects. We can see the first parts and the beginning of the re-entry effects. Now they are ramping up. This is a hot picture. This is interesting. Okay, and yes, up top Kerbin is now about to re-enter and to perform his landing on the surface of Kerbin. This is cool. Okay, the camera is now shifting. We are now on a suborbital trajectory, and I think we will have a splashdown. This is also pretty cool. And then Optop Kerbin is able to deliver some valuable science data about the wall, and with this he is also able to finish off or to complete our last contract we have currently running, the science data from space around wall. This is pretty cool. Okay, we are now performing our hot re-entry maneuver, and the G-forces are good. They are very good. They are not too high. Okay, just amazing, just amazing. We are slowing down, we are slowing down. This is cool. I hope Optop is happy about this. Yes, he smiles. He knows he is now returning back home after his expedition to Wall and after his landing on this icy moon, and I think he really enjoyed this. But on the other hand, he's also pretty happy to return now back home to Kerbin and finally eat some fresh fruits and eat some fresh vegetables and yeah, breathe some fresh oxygen and stretch his legs and have a vacation after such a long time inside this capsule and after such a long time traveling through the emptiness of space. So I think he's very happy, although he's now a little bit scared as he is now in free fall towards Kerbin's waters. But yeah, in a few moments he survived it. He has made it. He is back home at Kerbin, and this is pretty cool. And it's also pretty, we are pretty close to the moment that we can pop our chutes. Okay, just a few kilometers, then Optop Kerbin can pop his chutes to slow down his spacecraft. And okay, getting closer, and now it's time to pop the chutes. We can now once again disable SAS. Very good, very good. Okay, we are now gliding down. We are gliding down towards the Kerbin's waters. Soon our chutes will open up and then slow down our descent. Very good, very good. Optop is a little bit scared as he is approaching towards Kerbin's waters and towards the moment that his chutes will open up. Okay, this is cool, only a few meters. And okay, well done, well done. Now we can do a quick physical time acceleration in order to get closer to the landing. He is now smiling, he is now happy, he is aware that he made it. He is now returning back home to Kerbin. This is cool. And the last few meters, and let me stop this. Getting closer to the landing. Very nice. Okay, let's see this from the interior view. And spelunk. And we are, whoa, that was cool. This is a nice view. Okay, okay. Okay, we are back. We are back. This is cool. This is definitely cool. Let's recover Optop Kerbin. And we have 2,463 signs. Amazing, amazing. Okay, 180 signs, 300 signs for material studies, and 360 signs for a surface sample, and 120 signs for a vessel return from the surface of Wall. And we are at 22 6,015 signs. This is crazy. Okay, fans, we were 1,073 kilometers away from Kerbal Space Center, so this is only 47.9% of value, but still we got 11,000 funds back home, back for this recovery. This is cool. And Optop Kerbin is available for new missions. This is cool. And as I said, we finished our next contract. This is cool. We've just received experimental data from space around Wall. Good work. 300,000 funds, some signs, some reputation. Very cool, very cool. Okay, now let's finish off the last moments of our Jool Expedition with our lace lander. Okay, we are now... Oh, we are already past the current periapsis, so now we can set up a maneuver node out there at the apoapsis. And wait, I can already prepare our re-entry. We are at 44 kilometers, is a little bit too high. 70 is a little bit too low. 25, this is good, this is good. Okay, it's a very small burn. Let us now fly out to our apoapsis once again. Whee! 2 hours, 1 hour, half an hour. Let's slow down the time warp. Getting closer to the maneuver node. This is cool. Okay, Handler Kerbin is now the last Kerbonaut of the Jool Expedition who is about to return back home. And then we finish the Julian system. Now let me perform the burn. And cut the engine. Very good, very good. And we are now down to 24 kilometers. Okay, this is good. This is good. Now we can speed up once again. Okay, now we are falling back. We are falling back towards Kerbin. And soon we will hit the atmosphere once again. Oh, this was fast. Okay, getting closer. Okay, we are only 100 kilometers above the surface. Now it's time for Handler Kerbin, who is really enjoying this and who is smiling, to say undock. Okay, RCS, and let's drift. Ooh, this is fast. Let's drift away, and now let's turn the spacecraft around so that basically the heat shield is hitting the atmosphere first. Okay, very good, very good. Now we can speed up a little bit. This is an interesting view. And we can do a little bit of physical time acceleration until we hit the atmosphere and we get slowed down. Okay, this is still a very interesting view. This is cool. Okay, there are the re-entry effects. There are the re-entry effects. This is cool. And the camera is shifted around. Let us enjoy once again the cool view out of the window. Whoa. This is interesting. This is hot. This is definitely hot. Okay, this is burning my eyes. This is not good. Oh, we are getting closer to some mountains. I hope we won't land on them. This would be a little bit precarious. It would be much better to land in this lake over here or so. Okay, Handler Kerbin is now on his final phase of the Jool Expedition. Wow, this is a hot re-entry. This is very hot. Okay, we are losing a lot of velocity. This is good. Over there is... and the driving section is gone. It's disintegrated and the thicker part of the atmosphere. This is good. This is really good. Okay. We are close to this mountain range. And Handler is still smiling. Ooh, and I'm a little bit concerned about this mountain. We're getting very close to this. Unfortunately, I don't have any fuel left. Or, no fuel left. Ooh. Okay, I hope we are not landing directly on top of it. This would be so bad. This would be really bad. Ooh, getting closer to this mountain. This is not good. Okay, okay. So we are now starting to fall down. But okay, I think we are missing this mountain. This is good. But I think, for safety reasons, I will keep SAS running because the reaction wheels are hopefully stopping the tumble effect of our spacecraft, that it's not starting to tumble down or to roll down the slopes of this mountain. This would be bad. This would be really bad. Okay, we are getting closer, and yeah, Handler is now concerned as well, as he is seeing that he's getting pretty close to this mountain. This is not good. This is definitely not good. Okay, it's time now to pop the chutes. Okay, very good. Let me just switch our SAS for at first. Okay, the radar altitude has an indication now. We can see there. What about our approach velocity? Approach velocity is fine. That's good. We can see there trees. That's cool. Okay, and the chutes should open pretty soon. Ooh! Whoa, what is going on? What is going on here? Oh dear, we flipped around, we flipped around. Can we use our reaction wheels? Okay, yes, very good. Okay. Okay. No, this is much better, this is much better. Good that we had our reaction wheels. Okay, let me now speed up. But this is a cool view. This is really a cool view to see this mountain in the background as we are descending. Okay, ooh, I don't think I should do this with physical time warp. Okay, that's much better. Let us now get closer. I will keep, as I said, SAS running to keep my spacecraft from tumbling around because we're coming down on some kind of slope. And touchdown, and ooh. Okay, okay, well done, well done. We are back on the surface. We are back on the surface, and this is a cool view. This is really a cool view. I like this. I like this a lot. This is amazing. Okay. The last mission has landed from the Jool Expedition. Let me recover now. Handler Kerbin. And... okay. Wow! 3,869 signs for this mission. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, because we had also some scans of the atmosphere of Lace. This is cool. Okay, what are the highlights? What are the huge highlights? Gravity scan, seismic scan, 280 signs. 350 signs for a material study. 420 signs for a surface sample from Lace surface. 360 signs for surface sample from Lace oceans. Oh yeah, we walked to the oceans. This was cool. EVA report. And recovery of a vessel returned from the surface of Lace. This is cool. This is cool. Wow, and we are now at 26,000 signs. This is crazy. And we were 1,384 kilometers away from Kerbal Space Center and have only a 33% value of our components. But well, this is not so bad. We have a lot of funds. This is still very good. Okay, and Handler Kerbin is available for new missions. This is cool. This is cool. This is so amazing. Okay, now only one mission is still going on, and then we managed to visit all the different celestial bodies, and this is the ELU-1 mission. We are still in space between Jool and Dress. We are still 44 days out of our maneuver to change a little bit our trajectory, and we are still 83 days out of our Kerbin encounter. So in this case, let me do a short time warp, and I will bring you back in once we are performing this maneuver. Okay. The ELU-1 mission has reached the maneuver node, or is shortly before reaching this maneuver node, and let us just see what is going on, or what will this maneuver do for us. And let me enable the interface, let me bring out the nav ball, and we have currently a current periapsis of 76,000 kilometers, and this maneuver node will reduce the Kerbin periapsis to 46 kilometers. This is just a little bit too high, so let me just switch to Kerbin, or say a focus view on Kerbin, and I will do this in order to monitor the burn or the change of the trajectory. Okay, let me just turn this around like this. Okay, very good. And now let me perform the burn right now. Very good, very good. Getting closer, getting closer. This is very nice. This is very nice. Okay, and now let's cut it right now. Okay, we need to... let me just think about... yeah, we need to continue a little bit the burn. I like to orbit the different other way... this was too much. The other way around Kerbin. Okay, now let me turn towards my maneuver node. And now I need some RCS to... why is this changing? Okay, I think our spacecraft is a little bit wobbling around. I just need to perform some gentle impulses with my RCS thrusters in order to reduce the periapsis like this. 33 kilometers, this is good. This is good, and okay. No, this was too much. Let me bring it up. 42. 33. Okay, let's go for 33. Okay, we are now approaching Kerbin. This is cool, this is cool. Or we do have now a great trajectory in order to arrive back home at Kerbin. And, well, the main problem right now is still that this lander has no parachute, so I need to think about this. On the one hand, I could try to land this lander with the engine, but I'm not quite sure if this is really working well. So I think I need to launch some kind of parachute system I can attach to this lander in order to land this thing safely. So yeah, this will be a challenge, but at first we have to arrive at Kerbin. In this case, let me just do another time warp, and I will bring you back in once we are shortly before entering the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Okay, we are just before arriving at Kerbin, and we are shortly before entering the sphere of influence of Kerbin, and we can already see this blue planet. It's over there. Over there is our home planet, and now let me enable the interface. Lembro and Johnsky are smiling. They know that they are now returning back home, and only about 3 minutes until they are inside the sphere of influence of Kerbin. So let me just speed up a little bit. Okay, just a few seconds. Okay, Kerbin is still there. We are almost there. We are almost there. Okay, now the sphere of influence change is done. We are now in an orbit around Kerbin, and our current periapsis is at about 34 kilometers. I think this is a little bit too much. I'm not quite sure. Do I need just to perform a... Can I set up a maneuver node over there? Well, let me just try out what happens if I'm performing... Yeah, okay, this is exactly what I wanted. I want to reduce just a little bit the current periapsis to maybe 32 kilometers. Like this. Okay, very good. Now we can approach our home planet. Okay, let us do this. Let us do this. Let's speed up in time. And here we go. Here we go. Over there is the moon. It's a very interesting perspective to approach Kerbin from from below, basically. This is cool. This is very interesting. Okay, getting closer to our blue planet. And okay, just a few hundred kilometers. So let me prepare our aero capture. Hopefully an aero capture by retracting the solar panels. Okay, then I think the more heavy part is in front of the spacecraft, so let me just turn the spacecraft around so that the front part is hitting the atmosphere first. I hope this is the right choice. Okay, and we have also a quite fast approach. I hope we are deep enough inside the atmosphere. So let us speed up. Unfortunately, once again, a nighttime approach. Okay, we are inside the atmosphere. Let me just do a quick time warp in order to get closer, and yeah, here we go, here we go. We are hitting the atmosphere now. Lembro and Johnsky are hopefully enjoying their ride, and wow, this is beautiful. This is nice that we can see this in the nighttime side. This is the most advantage of having or of being in the nighttime side is for having an aero capture or a re-entry effect maneuver, because this is all the time so beautiful to see this in the nighttime side. And well, for other purposes, the nighttime side isn't so spectacular because it's so dark. But yeah, now we are losing some of our velocity. This is very good, and we are already gaining some altitude. This is also good, but I think we still need our engines in order to get captured by Kerbin, because we are almost out of the thicker parts of the atmosphere, and yes, we are quite fast again, or still we are quite fast. So let me just flip the spacecraft around. The sun is about to rise. This is good. It's good. Now let me flip this around, and okay, now full throttle once again, I think, because this is the usual deal of returning back home from an interplanetary mission. We always can perform some aero braking, but we are not able to perform an aero capture. Well, I could try to go deeper inside the atmosphere, but then I do have all the time the risk that I am not leaving the atmosphere anymore, and this would be bad for a spacecraft without a parachute. And yes, now it's almost the same thing like with our Jool return flights, that we have to perform a retrograde burn in order to get captured. Yeah. Which we do have a lot of fuel. Should I enable this fuel tank as well, and would this work? I'm not quite sure. Let me just try it out. What happens if I activate this engine? Aha! Well, this increases a little bit our fuel consumption, but on the other hand it also increases the range as we are slowing down. This is quite helpful, this is good. So we are now working on 3 engines at the same time, and we have luckily enough fuel to do this. This is very good. Okay, and what about our... Okay, the Kerbin escape is increasing. This is good. No. I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to exit the orbital map. Okay, and now let's think a little bit about our current situation. I think we will, when I'm looking here at the orbital map, we will enter a more or less inclined orbit. This is not so good because we have to perform a launch of our second spacecraft in order to deliver some kind of parachute. So we have 2 main objectives for the next part of the return mission, or of our return flight from Ilu. And this is, at first we have to change our inclination to more or less an equatorial orbit, and then we have to launch some kind of parachute system in order to safely land our lander. And yeah, so then we have to rendezvous with this, and then we have to do our landing. Okay, we are just before, and now we are captured. This is good, but this is still a very huge and very distant orbit. Let me now reduce just a little bit. Oh, we are having an encounter with the moon. This is interesting, but I don't want to have an encounter with the moon. I said I don't want to have an encounter with the moon. Please stop this. And okay. So we have burned a lot of our fuel, and now I can shut down this engine once again. Okay, now we are captured by Kerbin, and we are now orbiting around Kerbin. And yes, our... Oh, this is good, this is good. Let me just see, I think our ascending and descending node is almost out at the apoapsis, so it will be pretty easy, or it won't cost us too much of delta V in order to change our inclination. This is good. But yeah, this will be our objective for the next episode. We are now captured with our Ilu mission at Kerbin. This is cool. So we are about to return back home. And yeah, and with this, we are also at the end of this episode. So I hope you liked this, and I hope you're looking forward to the next episode when we are returning this mission and when we are launching some kind of parachute system in order to return it. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this, as I said already, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!